What's up, guys? In today's project, we are going to be installing a 2.5-inch Treal Performance intercooler piping kit with a blow-off valve, and that's going to be going on my 2025 Can-Am X3 XRS Turbo RR. So this is the package. Let's see what we got. All right, this box is gonna be sort of like a how-to video and all of that unboxing, but I already unwrapped the box. And once again, this is from Treal Performance, right over here. This is what we got. Some piping, some more. Looks like we got some hardware, more piping, stickers. This is Turbo Smart blow-off valve. Pretty nice. Okay. Comes with all your hardware, some stickers, and piping kit. Very nice. So the reason why I went with this is because that it's aluminum. I didn't want to go with all the rubber pieces. I had a 2-seater Can-Am and I did all RPM stuff, but I seen this, I seen the aluminum, and I was like, you know what, let me give this a try. So, and let's see how loud this thing's gonna be. So let me get all my tools ready to go, set up the camera, and then we'll get started. All right, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is, with all the piping right over here, you're gonna remove this piping all the way across, and so it's probably gonna be dirty, so just make sure you clean off all along here. And so what I did was I just removed that pipe right there just so I could get some better angles. I'm probably gonna remove this as well, just to show you guys what I'm working with. All right, I hope you guys can see everything, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna start removing this piping right over here, and then work our way over here with these zip ties. We're gonna have to cut those off, and there's a clamp right over here that's probably gonna have to come off as well. You're gonna have to undo this clip right over here. And now that I think about it, you're gonna have to remove, there's a bolt right here that you gotta remove. This sensor might be in the way. Get that off. All right, let's see if it's loose. Oh yeah. Now we gotta move the clamp. That looks like it's secure with a torque spit, so. All right. Now that side's loose, let's go ahead and pull this charge pipe. There's no instructions how to take this off, so I'm just going off of what I can see and what I think. So let's see. Oh, there's another clamp underneath there. All right. All right, I loosened it up. Let's get this piece off. Here it is. Just 2 clamps in the bottom. Now I'm just gonna have to go on the other side, right over there, where this is connected to, and disconnect it from there. So now on the passenger side, you gotta go all the way up there and remove that clamp right there. All right, I got it off right here. This is the orientation. This is the driver's side going over to the passenger side, and this goes up to your intercooler. And just looking at this, we're gonna have to mimic this right here. So I'm pretty sure this one goes here and this one goes right over here. But this is the piece I took off. I'm pretty sure this is a map sensor, and that would have to go right in there. So let me transfer that over. It's a little sandy right there. Using these flag hardware they give you. Now that you got that tight, I'm going to put this on, lube it up, put the clamps on this side, and then maybe not on this side because I have more access over here, but I want to get it in place and get this on, and then we'll start tightening up clamps. All right, so what I like to use is probably some glass cleaner and spray it on the inside of these couplings to make sure that it goes inside the throttle body and onto the piping nice and smooth. So I'm just gonna lather that up and put it on. Yeah, nice. All right, so now we're just pushing it. In. Now we're going to sneak the piping through. And it's gonna get put in just like this. Let me just lube it up. All right, quick status update. I went and removed that exhaust cover. The exhaust pretty easy. And this is what I have right so far. So as you can see, I got it from the throttle body onto here. There's plenty of space for where it's bead rolled. There's space for the dipstick to come in and out, and then shoots across and then over to here. Right now it's on there pretty good. So right now what I'm gonna do is just tighten up all the clamps and then go to the blow-off valve. All right, quick update. So unfortunately, the hot side Treal Performance piping was a little bit too long, which caused a wrinkle right over here. And so I didn't like that, so I just went back to the OEM. I'll get with them and see what the hell is going on. But moving on to the blow-off valve, so you have one port here, one port here. I'm gonna block off this and then put the fitting right over here on this end, and I'm gonna use some Where'd it go? Some pipe thread, tape, and then we'll go ahead and install it on here. It's nice and snug. All right. Now we're gonna remove this port and install one of these. All right, here it is. We're gonna reuse the hardware. Not too tight, you don't want to break it. And now let's take the hose and run it from here to here. It might be a little bit too long. Just like that. So right now, all these clamps are clamped up, tightened up, ports hooked up, blow-off valve. Fortunately, that one doesn't fit, it's too long. I zip tied all of these, I don't know, I guess your coolant lines all out of the way. So right now what I'm gonna do is put the exhaust back on, all the other fittings, that panel, button everything up, and then I'll start it up. All right, we're all buttoned up right now. Trying to get a shot of the blow-off valve, but it is in a really tough spot. So I'm gonna place my mic right over here and see if we get some nice sounds coming from this blow-off valve. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get some really good sounds off of this, especially when I'm not driving. So let me give it a try. Yeah, I'm not sure if I didn't hear any sounds off of this, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait until I go to Glamis to test it out, and then I can give you a status update. But so far, I mean, installing this piping kit, it was a pain in the ass, don't get me wrong, right? So was the RPM as well, but I don't know, we'll see. Let me know if you guys have the same blow-off valve and you have some good results, or let me know if I did anything wrong, or if you think that this is better than the rest, or whatever. Let me hear your thoughts. But I appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. But let me know what you think of the video. Thanks.